Hey guys, this is a tutorial on basically I was requested to do this tutorial a lot, and I don't do tutorials, so this is my first one, and probably my only one. But basically a lot of people wondered how I do like clone stuff, and specifically for this shot, where we have my friend Dylan, the actor. He is, let's see, is this it? Yeah, he crosses over himself like this. And that is basically the raw shot. And here are the individual elements that you're gonna need. So first off, I filmed a shot of him pretending that someone's gonna walk in front of him like this. But as you can see, he's looking at his feet or his butt or whatever. We don't want that. So that's something to keep note when you're filming. Make sure they keep eye contact with your character, because if not, it'll look really weird. So we got another take. Him stationary, he looks over and he's walking past, and then he walks off frame. And as for the second part of this, we have just the pan of him. Of course, he switched shirts, switched guns. He's gonna walk across like that, which is the primary base plate. And then we're gonna stitch him and mask him out and rotoscope him, and then we're gonna place the other actor right here. So basically in this tutorial I'm gonna show my workflow and how I did it and try to condense it. And also bear with me, this is my first tutorial and I don't really do these, so yeah, sorry. So we're gonna drop that onto new comp. Also keep note that we shot in 1080p at 23.976 non-drop frame. So here's basically how we're going to do this. So first we're going to want to figure out where, oh no, better yet, let's put this on the bottom. I think we got 2 takes of this. We're going to want to use the good one. Set that to auto, work faster. That one, I don't think I liked it, so I had him redo it. And Alt, open bracket to trim. Go over and end it right there at 1303. Alt close bracket to trim that. And now we're going to turn the opacity to 50 so we can see what we're dealing with here in terms of timing. So now, let's see. He is walking. Better yet, let's put this here. Okay. He is walking. Now we want him to make eye contact. So, trim this over. He looks, and now his eyes are kinda almost, it wasn't perfect when we shot it, but then again, you know, dealing with light and time, it's not like it's gonna be seen by millions of people. It doesn't really matter. But let's see. Walks over, he looks over, his eyes follow him, and then he goes. Alright, so let's start off with this clip. For one, this is just going to be, we're only using from right here. So cut this, cut this, cut this. Basically we could just take everything from the door. V, take that, we could turn that off. And also I forgot to, I'll probably put in the description of this tutorial that you're going to need certain software, which is whatever your preference is, as in editing wise, Vegas or Premiere, Final Cut, whatever you use, Movie Maker. Or you can do I don't even know what I'm saying. In compositing wise, you can use Nuke, whatever you want to do, but not that many only professionals mainly use that. And then again, there's After Effects, which is the most popular industry standard compositing, which is what I'm going to be using. And then there's one more software called Mocha, which comes with After Effects if you purchased it. And that's basically it. So what we're going to do now is we're going to trim the composition to what I need. So we end at 1303. We're gonna trim this over. Composition, trim comp to work area. There we go. And now we are gonna render this as a sequence. If my computer would stop lagging. Also, I'm using Camtasia, and this is using up some of the processing power that I have, so it might be running a little slow. Now we're gonna render this. Go to desktop, just create a new folder called like tutorial or something. And Mocha sequence. Click in there, save, render. A helpful tip is if you want your projects to render faster, hit caps lock, and it won't have to buffer each and every frame. Alright, let's knock this out. So even if I don't explain everything, you can kind of get the drift of what I'm doing. So basically what we're doing before, we're going to go down to the tutorial folder and import that sequence. Mocha sequence, okay. Click the first frame, click open, frame rate. In this case, we can make it 24, because Buju is weird like that. Hit apply, close. Now, Buju is also weird. We need to go back and do it again. Edit sequence. Oh no, look, it's 25 when I just said 24. 24, apply. Now it's good. Now, so this thing that we need to do now is we're going to need to do a rough mask around my actor. So the software knows not to, you know, basically what the software is going to do, it's going to do like a really advanced algorithm that is going to track all the points in the scene, countering the actor here to basically determine what your camera's focal length is and what it's doing, and is it panning or dollying and all that great stuff that technology nowadays can do. So we are going to add a mask around him, very rough. I'd rather be editing other stuff or watching Titanic. I was watching Titanic like a couple minutes ago while I was eating Subway. Move over back here, and he's exiting the frame and he's gone. So it's basically what we got. So we're going to track features, advanced, about, not fast tracking, start. Okay, so let's say if you guys want to do a different shot, like let's see, first person long shot, this one, not that one. Okay, this shot right here. You guys can accomplish this in Mocha. It's basically the same thing. And you can see all the errors once it's done. See, in the video I cut it, but really, watch. That's basically what it is. Just a bunch of different cuts, and in fact I can explain this. This whole tutorial can be explained right now. Basically this concept. Like right now I'm going step by step to showing you how I did it, but this is basically it in a nutshell. I film the pan on its own, which means nobody's there. I just film the pan, and then separately I film the actor Dylan jumping over the wall. Like he did it there, had him climb up, do it there, had him climb up, do it there, have him climb up, do it there, etc. And then in my software I do, in this specific case I use Buju because it was easier for me and I have time to make it look good, obviously. But for your guys' case, if you guys just have Mocha or you're even just After Effects tracking, you could just, you know, track points on the wall and do whatever, track, and you'll be good. So now we have all these little yellow worm looking points. Normally what I could do is if I see any problem tracks or any of them like getting messed up, I would go and delete them, but in this case I didn't you know, there's a lot of contrast, obviously, between like the wall, paint, and everything. So this is gonna work out really good. So camera solve, all frames, everything's good. Start. This should take like at the max 30 seconds or something. My driver's test, she failed me because I didn't stop for exactly 3 seconds, which sucked. Like I passed parallel parking, perfect, all that stuff. But there's one stop sign. I completely stopped, but not for 3 seconds. So she felt I deserved to fail. So now I have to retake it for the 3rd time. I'm just tickling kids in the dark here. I could be watching Titanic right now. Seriously. I could be watching Titanic. Alright, we're back and the solve is finished. Now we have a complete 3D camera. And look at this. Pretty decent track, except for some errors right here, but we could ignore those. Pretty decent track. Also, to keep note, if any of you guys like care to know about this, these aren't like tracking points like motion tracking. This is showing the geometry. Like basically, we're looking through the camera right now, and this is no. I'm just gonna go into 3D view. Okay, look. No, it's been a while since I've used Beezer. There we go. God, I can't even remember how to zoom in. There we go. Okay, here is our camera. You see how we did a pan? Look, it's the camera panning. And that is basically it. We just did all that work to create a camera, and this is our scene right now. But it looks really loppy and weird. So we're going to go back into the 2D view, and we're just going to choose the track points that are really important for us. So we're going to probably get one here, a few here, a few here. You know what? Scratch that. Just like here, 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 and here. Flag for export. Export camera, browse. We're gonna go to desktop. Gonna go to tutorial. Name this Bruce Wayne. No, F it, that's fine. Export flag tracks only. Scale scene by 100. Everything's good. Save. We're gonna go back on After Effects. Finally. We're gonna go to File. Import file. All of that work just so we can do some tracking. We haven't even gotten into the real work yet. Bruce Wabe. Gonna open that. We're gonna open up that composition. And voila, now we can drop all this stuff. Control C, go here, Control V. And we also want to probably interpret footage main. Set those back to 24. And set this to 24. And I'm also going to save, because I have a feeling if my computer crashes, I'm going to lose all of this tutorial work. Okay, so if we look at the track points, they should be right on. Yep, it's perfect. Perfect. Now, I did have Magic Lantern installed on my camera, so I didn't have it like log the footage, so I have no clue what shutter speed I was shooting at or whatever. And this was shot on my 18 to 55 millimeter, so I'm assuming I was at like F9 or something. Shutter speed probably at 60. Gonna go to composition, advanced. Set that to like 60. I'm just tickling kids in the dark here. I have no idea. Now, Here comes the fun part. We are going to match our actor's footage up with this wall. So T, this is basically the part we don't even need a tutorial, it's just common sense, you need to match it up. So let's see, window, it's right there. Door, let's see, oh, we basically got it like first go. You know what, that's perfect. Hit F, feather, edges, and voila, look at that. Oh crap, and go back. Okay, now we need to find a track point. We could do, let's see, if he's standing right there, we're gonna want this one. So let's try and get that one. So go back, hit P, copy the position, go back here, hit P, paste. Hit that. Now this is like weird over there. Oh wait, no. I never set this to 3D. Okay, there we go. Now we're gonna hit scale. Scale is down. Now we need to rearrange it. So, rotate, rotate. Basically trying to get all this stuff back to normal. So now we are going to try and match this up, scale wise and rotation wise. But once it's already in 3D, you don't want to mess with it. So keep that in mind. I want to scale this down some more to like 9. And I think we got it right there. Let's see. Perfect. Now, if we look, feather, voila. We now have a clone right here. Let's do a quick RAM preview. So you guys basically get the drift of this. It's gonna walk past, and actor, he's like, oh my god. But this isn't timed up right. He looks way too soon. So let's see. Let's wait till he's like right here. I think that's about as good as we're gonna get it. Yep, that's perfect. Now, basically the rest of this tutorial is doing the boring stuff, which is rotoscoping. But luckily for Adobe, in all their glory, they figured out how to do, what's it called? Rotobrush, which is, oh my god, it's amazing. I don't know what I'd do without it. So we're gonna need to start over here. And I don't even know if I'm going to go through the rest of it. I'm just going to kind of do the first part, and then you guys will kind of get the drift. And then, because I have other projects I have to be working on right now. So basically, hold green, roto this. We want all of that and that. None of this though. We don't want any of that crap. Sure. Now we're going to go forward. This may take a while. And he is starting to come into frame. Right here. So we want to get that. And his legs are coming into frame. So forward. Get all this and his foot. forward some more. Get the rest of his leg. You know what, we don't, that doesn't even matter. Analyze forward. We're losing some of him. This is very rough, guys. If this was the final project, this wouldn't be acceptable. Basically going to be pretty easy from here, because there's a high contrast from his skin tones to the wall, to the gun, to the wall. But then again, he is a quarter Asian, which means he is a quarter... No, I'm just going to stop there. His skin's kind of white, so it's going to make it a little harder. He's not like me, where I'm brown. See, if I was in this shot, it'd be extremely easy. And this is the most imperative part. We want to make sure that everything goes smoothly from right here, because this is where the clone is going to be. So, next frame. It's coming over. Just gonna cross him over. Now here, go to Effect, Matte, Refine Matte, get some of the edges nice, like right up in there. Smooth, feather it just a touch. Smooth it to like 2.34, 2.4. All this extra stuff just to make it look fancy. You know, that's kind of your own thing that you can work on. And for this part, you want to duplicate the layer, or the footage, and delete Roto Brush and Refine Matte. And we're going to mask here, 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 here. And move that under this. We'll name this Rotode. No, that's not even how you spell it. Rotode. So for now, let's see what we got. Just walking over. We're gonna move all of that back. But move that also under this. So basically what we have now is, put this back to auto. So I think basically the shot's done. Walking over, walks over, it's gonna see him, cuts him over. I mean, obviously this isn't the best rotoscoping here, but it'll do. And voila. And pretty much Control A, layer, pre-compose, do Alfred Pennyworth, Dark Knight reference, add a curves adjustment for some color correction. I know. Add some contrast. Maybe take out like some of the high reds. Tint. This isn't the color correction I did in the movie, but just so you guys can get a feel for some blue. Maybe in the midtones, take out the blue. And then last but not least, just do like color balance. And then, if you notice in like almost any motion picture, the shadows are like always blue. So you want to up the blue in the shadows. And voila! Let's see the final shot. Yeah, I don't have the patience to preview the rest of this. Let's just see what we got. And yep, last but not least, which I did in the final video, adjustment layer, aspect ratio, 240. Drop that on. Change this to 2:351, which is the correct aspect ratio of most motion pictures that shoot in 35mm anamorphic. And there you go. Yep, so I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm Justin Melson for Happyfox Productions. Make sure to subscribe, and if you're in the Las Vegas area, I do freelance video work, so hit up my email or message me on YouTube if you need a video or production or anything like that. I'm open for it, and reasonably priced, of course. And yep, honestly, I'm not gonna do any more tutorials. This is enough for me. This took up so much time, but yep, you know, let me know if you need a video, and subscribe, because I like to have video. I haven't had time to have many videos up this school year because senior year, and you know, technical difficulties and just all this crazy stuff, and I'm busy with other projects. I haven't had time to work on my own stuff in school and media and stuff, so hopefully soon that'll change. So yep, subscribe.